Have you also come across this observation that smart people often remain average in their lives? Let's say I have a MBA degree, years of education under my belt, and yet I find myself hustling in a corporate job while outside my office there is this chai sutta and fast food guy. He doesn't have an MBA. He probably doesn't even have any formal educational degree for that matter. And still, he is the one who is actually living the real MBA life. He is the one who is truly managing his business and counting the profits as well. And there is a good chance that his monthly turnover is possibly higher than my monthly take-home salary. And look, nothing wrong in that, right? It is absolutely fine. Both of us, this chai sutta guy, the fast food guy and me, all of us are working hard and making a living. But somehow people with academic excellence end up relatively less successful and often remain stuck. Pause for a second. Something is not aligned here. Now, why is this guy without a formal degree or lesser academic certificates seems to be much more visible? This guy being an entrepreneur and making a mark in the society. And why is this so-called smart, learned, academically doing well, intellectual guy remaining lesser known, stuck, lesser celebrated? Hi, if we haven't met, my name is Amlan Tripathi. Besides my day job, 15 years into this corporate, I keep hunting for answers to these sort of questions that helps me with clarity and possibly would be helpful for you as well. You see, this is not a problem of being intelligent, but the tag of being one is. This is more likely a problem of being labeled as smart, academically sound, certified as highly skilled intellectual. So in today's episode, I'll share a little bit of my own story as well. I'll let you know why that classmate of mine who was academically weaker through the grades he achieved is today appearing on 9 p.m. prime time debates hosted by reputed TV channels. Of late, he has become a well-known face, playing a pivotal role in a dominant political party in my country and a well-networked individual. Everyone is trying to get an appointment with him. Let me tell you a story. Two friends, let's call them Shyam and Raju. Same university, same academic degree. Not talking about Shyam and Raju from the Bollywood movie Hera Fairy, though their characters somewhat matches the characteristics of our Shyam and Raju. Let's talk about Shyam first. Shyam was the intellectual one. Sharp answers in class, effortless in delivering big presentations, always scored well in the exams. Teachers and professors used to exemplify Shyam's academic excellence during his school and university days. Shyam did everything right. Shyam was that perfect guy. Eventually, he ended up in a top MBA university, strong brand name and respect, landed on job many would only dream of. And Raju was, let's say, loose. He was the chalta hai, yeah, all good, and jab hoga tab dekha jayega, we'll see it later, relaxing now sort of a person. Raju somehow, after finishing his college, and somehow he finished his college, he drifted, tried but couldn't fit into corporate jobs, tried gigs, random ideas over freelancing platforms. At one point, he even tried to become a cringe influencer, failed at it. And people laughed. People said Raju will possibly end up keep drifting his entire life and never get to truly become someone successful. Raju himself laughed at this too, because he had no image to protect. And that's where this story in fact actually begins. See, it's not that Shyam didn't want to do something of his own. He too dreamed of his own startup, his own venture, something he could dearly call his own, something that he could call his brainchild, create a business from ground up. Shyam had ideas definitely better than Raju's. Shyam had network, access to venture capitalists, and importantly, he had depth of knowledge. But Shyam couldn't ever get going. Why? Because he carried one more thing. Shyam was reputed. Since childhood, he was an inspiration for others. So he couldn't allow himself to fail. You see, for Shyam, failure wasn't just failure. Failure meant his image being tarnished. Something like, look, even after an MBA, he couldn't do it. For him, failure meant, oh, maybe he was never that smart to begin with. For Shyam, every attempt felt like a live performance in front of a large audience. Shyam needs a perfect roadmap. He needs a perfect strategy, right timings. He needs the best plan. Needs no embarrassment and needs no messed up failure. And you and me could feel for Shyam, right? He kept preparing and the time kept moving. There is a famous quote by Jim Rohn, a renowned American entrepreneur, author, and a motivational speaker. He said, and I quote, "If you want to make an average living, rely on formal education. But if you want to make a fortune, choose self-education." Now, why does this matter? See, Raju's approach was different. He never had these tags like smart, ideal, inspirational labeled on his forehead. So he had nothing to lose. So he kept taking those leaps of faith. Bad ideas, bad execution, public failures. He fell, he got up, he fell again. People said, what an idiot. Guy keeps trying everything, failing everywhere. Exactly. He kept trying. And here you are smart enough to realize or guess that one day something surely clicked and it stayed. No more another failure. So for Raju, from being a guy who was half welcomed in the marriages taking place in his locality or other occasions for that matter, one thing led to the other, and Raju is now, guess what? Raju, the caterer guy. From being a random guest to people's weddings and other celebrations, Raju became the person who now delights guests at weddings and other ceremonies with his catering services. No big PowerPoint presentations on vision, no fancy LinkedIn post, just sheer trial and error. And a pinch of luck and the universe just aligned itself for Raju. Raju took a couple of years to stabilize his business, and few more years later, people were booking his services way in advance, not waiting to lose a chance to delight their customer through Raju's catering services. That's what the name he made or created for himself. If you have made it till here, give this video a like if this has been helpful to you in some form. Please feel free to subscribe as well. It just motivates me, a very small channel like us, and I'm thankful for all the subscribers till now who has shown faith in me and trying to get this channel up and running. I'm also working on a handbook, sort of a comparison for those days of hustles and grinds. Once it's ready, the link will appear in the description below. Do check it out, but if you don't see it yet, then it means that I'm still working on it, structuring it very carefully. So back to the story. What happened to Shyam? Shyam is still almost ready. This is where the real point comes in. The problem was never about intelligence. The problem is the respect and the pride attached to the intelligence. Being seen as smart is a psychological prison. Once you are labeled as smart, you stop experimenting. You go into some sort of an analysis paralysis. Smart people, they often start late. They over prepare. They wait for low risk. But by the time the risk is low, the opportunity had already become history. Don't be surprised. Few more years down the line, Raju may simply sell off his catering business to wander into something else. You see, Raju was always a wanderer. His experiments and dreams were not chained to his societal status. He was messy, he was imperfect, but he was always real. But the label you are found protecting is often fake and dearly expensive. Drop it. Jump in early. Jump ugly. Jump without permission. Be Raju if you can. Shyam is still about ready forever. YouTube thinks you may like one of these. I'll see you there. Bye.